Yo, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Microphone check. Let me know if there are any issues or anything. Please do let me know. All right, so today's going to be a very good live stream. It's going to be very detailed. It's going to be all about extracting profits and positioning yourself accordingly to make sure that you don't miss out on this altcoin season, guys. So today's date is Wednesday, December the 4th. It's about 4 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey, and we're going to have a wonderful live stream. For those that don't know me, welcome to the channel. My name is Philakone. I've been in the crypto space for about 9 years now. This is my third bull market, and I've seen two major bear markets as well. You guys might know me as a short trader in terms of shorting the market, even in a bullish market. 80% of my profits are made from day trading, shorting the market rather than longing it. But of course, I still hold in my long-term portfolio and also my longer-term swing positions. So in my opinion, guys, altcoin season is officially here. I think it's definitely here. There's been many questions that have been asked, such as, do I think Bitcoin's going to go higher? Yes, it will absolutely eventually go higher. But what we're going to notice about Bitcoin right now is that it's in a consolidation pattern. Altcoins don't give a crap about Bitcoin moving. It's a lot of these utility type tokens right now that are moving to the upside a lot, like Cardano, like HBAR, like IOTA, right? Like XRP as well. And HBAR is one of the best runners right now. And yesterday we had some major moves in the market. For example, in RSR, that ended up doing about 120 or 150% in one day. I made, I think I made $28,000 on RSR yesterday alone. But the funny thing is, I took my short profit at the very bottom. 3 minutes later, the market spiked up 50%. So if I didn't take that profit, I actually would have liquidated my like $500,000 account on Binance because I was leveraged, which is pretty funny, but it's not luck in any way that I took my profit. It's because of that fear that goes into a professional trader thinking about the risk of trading a coin that has moved 100%. So because of that, I actually cooled down my Binance account, as you guys can see here today. I've entirely cooled down my account and I can't trade even if I tried to trade because I needed a day to reflect on the market conditions before I fully go into like $1 million long positions, like day trading positions. So these are my current positions that I'm in right now, where I'm up about, how much am I up right now? I'm up $50,000 in these long positions. I'm long Polygon, Beam, Superverse, IMAX, Manta, Injective, Near, Caspa, Tia, ArcM, Render, and Sol. And these are just short-term swing positions that I take, and some of them are up a tremendous amount. Look, for example, on Polygon, I'm up $10,000. On Superverse, I'm up 13K. And I am an idiot for actually closing my Polkadot position because I was in a $900,000 long Polkadot position from $8.30. Actually, I was in a $500,000 long from $4.50, which would have tripled already by now. But thank goodness I still hold a tremendous amount in the portfolio. My portfolio, the main one, is reaching very close to 8 figures soon. So this will be finally coming to fruition after about 9 years in crypto of reaching 8 figures. It was a very hard road. So let's talk about the altcoin market and how some of these coins are currently trending and what I'm going to be doing next. Now, this is not a video to give you guys financial advice. This is more so a video to talk about how I'm going to position myself accordingly in this market to make sure that I don't miss out on altcoin season. And if you guys noticed here, this is actually a very small position. Okay, even though the leverage is 2x on all of it, what you'll notice is that there's no liquidation price at all. And also my margin ratio is literally under 2%. So there's not a risk of liquidation unless it goes to zero. So I'm currently holding about $500,000, $500,000 on Binance. And this position of mine is about 450K. So very soon I will be leveraging about 2x total to get into roughly a $1 million long position to position myself very well, where I expect to swing this until the next top. And I expect to make anywhere from a 2x to a 3x gain on the $1 million position, bringing it up to $2 or $3 million by the next peak. So right now, we can confirm that it's a bull market season by many ways. First of all, by Bitcoin not doing anything right now. Okay, Bitcoin, let's just take a look at how boring it is right now. But yes, of course, if Bitcoin ends up dropping, there's a possibility of the altcoin market dropping as well right now. Okay, so we see Bitcoin potentially forming this boring pattern that could break out maybe, in about 1 week, there's a chance for it to break out. But right now, there's going to be this consolidation pattern that's going to keep occurring. So if Bitcoin breaks down, it's most likely going to hit probably $91,000 first of all. And then the second region will probably be maybe 87K is what I'm predicting if we break to the downside. But that's a big if. So right now, I'm not really concerned about Bitcoin too much because I've been in a Bitcoin position since $24,500 with 28 Bitcoins. And it's already done a 4x gain, which is my biggest gain with about a $2 million profit right now. So Bitcoin doing another 2x, right? Or another 1x basically going to 200K. I'm not really concerned about making another $2 million. And the reason for that is because the altcoin season is going to generate much more potential and a much higher ROI than just focusing only on Bitcoin. So in my opinion right now, it's very important to shift your mentality from just focusing on Bitcoin to focusing on how you can actually position yourself accordingly in this bull market. And of course, there's a chance that Bitcoin could break up as well. I believe that Bitcoin by the year end is going to finish at a much higher all-time high than this 100K that it roughly reached. I think Bitcoin will finish between $105 and $110,000, creating a very bullish December as well, and also sticking to that trend of how every year before the major bull market, so 2016, 2020, 2024, we have historically always had a bullish October, November, and December. And I don't see any change or any reason why we wouldn't follow this trend as well, especially with Trump being elected as a president, especially for his inauguration in January as well, which will most likely pump up the crypto market even more. So Bitcoin right now, let it chill, see how this plays out for the pattern. So it's mainly a lot of utility tokens that are moving to the upside. For example, you guys have all seen HBAR moving to the upside substantially. What I'd like to do is I like to do this. Okay, it's only a few days in the month, but we can kind of get a gauge of how the market is trending. First of all, using my advanced volatility indicator. So this is by far the best indicator you can use when you first get on the computer to gauge how the market conditions are. So you go on here and you're going to say to yourself, wow, there's a lot of green coins that are highlighted. There are 4 columns that looks for volatility. It's going to look for 15% movement, or sorry, 5% movement in 2 hours, 10% movement in 4 hours, 15% movement in 1 day, and 20% movement in 2 days. And we're talking about like, it's a rolling period, okay? So because it's a rolling period, it's always going to be in the past 48 hours or in the past 24 hours. We're not talking about a 2-day candle. We're not talking about a 1-day candle. We're not talking about a 4-hour candle. We're talking about a rolling period from exactly that hour back. So because of that, it gives you the best gauge of volatility in the entire market, and there's not anything that's better than this. So when you come to the computer, you turn it on, you see this indicator, it's going to tell you exactly what coins to trade today and which ones are the most volatile. So the most volatile coins today is going to be CHZ, Comp, FXS, Luna 2 was very bullish as well, Mana is very bullish, Sand as well, and XVG, and also Mood ENG. So these are the top picks for you to trade for the day. That's how you gauge volatility and know what kind of coins you should be focused on. Rather than just looking for the top gainers, this is going to give you a measure of the volatility so you know which coins to focus on today. So the market is very bullish because you see so much green across the board. And by the way, guys, today's the very last day that you can actually get my Cyber Monday 60% off sale. You're going to get access to this indicator of mine, and you're also going to get access to my course version 3.0. It's normally $650, but this is on sale for the very last day, 60% off. So for $250 instead of $650, you're going to get access to my advanced volatility indicator and my course version 3.0. So you guys are going to see exactly how I'm able to generate a tremendous amount of profit day trading, day in and day out. So yesterday I finished off at $27,000 profit trading only RSR and DOT. And in the past 30 days of day trading alone, I'm up $241,000. And in the past 7 days, I'm up $53,000. So in my course, I teach all of my strategies that you really need to know to heavily be fast tracked to learn how to day trade properly, to acquire new skills, to see how I'm able to extract these kind of profits. So definitely guys, go take a look at the link below in this description video. Pick up my course. People are always like, Philakone, if you're doing so well day trading, why do you sell content and have a course? The truth is, man, because I can. Because my content is that good. Not only that, I think anything of value should have a price on it. Nobody's going to give you something for free if it's that good. That's just the truth of it. And I think that for this investment, 250 bucks, it could potentially change your life, man. If you want to learn from a top tier trader in the 1%, this is the course that you're going to want to get, only one you're ever going to need. So let's take a look at some coins that have been moving tremendously. What I like to do is I like to go check out what has been moving for the month. So this is for the month of December. If you take a look in this column right here, okay, this column right here, you're gonna see what coins have actually moved the most. Okay, you're gonna see that coins like XVG, hang on, let me just, so slow to load. XVG has moved a lot. Okay, utility tokens have moved. XVG, RSR pumped because the guy that Trump wants to nominate for the SEC chair was an advisor of RSR. Then IOTA, HBAR, Tron, CRV, all of these coins should be on your watch list. So many coins have pumped right now that I know many of you are feeling that FOMO, right? You're feeling that FOMO. How do I get in? Is it too late to actually get in? What can I do about this? And if I get in now, will I be buying at a top? So the best answer I can give you is make sure you understand so firmly that right now, guys, okay, take a look right here, okay? So first of all, the market dominance is dropping. Bitcoin dominance is dropping. I don't think it's going to top higher than 61% again. I think it's going to continue to drop and drop and drop. And a lot of those realized profits are going to be injected into altcoins. If you take a look at how Bitcoin dropped before, it ended up dropping for a period of about 142 days back in December and May of 2021. So you can see that the Bitcoin dominance, it tends to drop significantly, like at the beginning of the bull market year. So for example, in 2017, right, even though the price of Bitcoin went from like $500 to 20K, it doesn't change the fact that the Bitcoin dominance dropped significantly. And that is what contributed to the altcoin season. So in December, January, the Bitcoin dominance dropped. But that next year, 2017, the altcoin season ended up seeing massive gains of tens and tens of thousands of percent. If you take a look at the total 3 market cap in 2017, right, this is basically when, like, it doesn't show it all here, but over here is where, you know, back in December, right, that's when the Bitcoin dominance dropped, but it didn't stop it from having a massive rally. And also, if you notice in here, in the end of the year, okay, 2020, December, January, around there, that's where the dominance started to drop, leading up into the summer. Okay, Bitcoin dominance drops, it leads into the summer, and the period where Bitcoin dominance does nothing, like this, that's where the altcoin season is. Okay, that needs to be understood. If you take a look back in 2017 as well, right, Bitcoin dominance drops, this is where the altcoin season was. Okay, so then you're gonna notice the same trend that at the end of the year, the end of 2016, end of 2020, right? This is where the Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. We're not going to get higher, guys. This is it, man. And once this Bitcoin dominance drops enough, that is where the altcoin season is officially going to kick off. And that's where we are. You can also see that the Bitcoin dominance, it just loves to drop to around 40%. That's where the altcoin seasons have always traditionally started to begin in a firm and strong way. So you're going to see that during those seasons in 2020, right at the end of the year, take a look, 2020, near the end of the year, that's where the altcoin season starts to really kick off. So you can see that December, that in leading into 2021, the altcoin season actually had a 1,100% rally. Okay, so I expect some major things soon. You can also see that we're now challenging the all-time high at $1.1 trillion. And the altcoin season is going to just kick off very, very soon. So because of that, it's extremely important for you to set aside the fear of a major potential drop. Yes, maybe a large drop could occur, but I personally believe that the fear of not getting into a position, or the risk rather, of not getting into a position because you're scared of the market dropping, that's not as good as the fear of not being in a position at all in case the market ends up rallying extremely hard. So which one would you have? Think about it. Would you rather not be in a position, okay, and then you risk having to chase it as the market skyrockets? Or would you rather be in a position, even if the market dips a little bit, you withstand that dip, and then you just tolerate it, you buy more, you dollar cost average, and eventually you'll be in profit for the altcoin season? If you actually think about these two scenarios, it's very clear to see which is going to be your best friend, okay? So I personally believe it's so important for you to get into the positions very soon and also keep DCAing and also buying into dips as well. So right now, tons of coins are on the upside. Personally, these are my portfolio picks, okay? I don't have any Cardano, I don't have any XLM, I don't have any XRP or HBAR, despite all of those coins doing very well. But what I do have are coins like Polkadot. Okay, Polkadot, I've been calling it, it's done 4x already. I've been riding Superverse, it's already done a 4x as well. I've been riding Beam as well, it's done monster amounts from the very bottom of last year. So because of that, I'm also in a great position. Now, it's not always going to be about making sure that, like, you know, your portfolio is not going to be the most perfect pick, okay? And you can't just say to yourself, oh, in hindsight, I should have bought that, I could have bought that. You just don't really know, and you're unable to predict which coins are going to be the ones that are going to do hyper successfully well. But what you can do is diversify a tremendous amount. And because of this, it's going to safeguard and prevent you from only relying on one single coin to move the market or move your portfolio. So that is why I am so heavily diversified in all of these coins that you see here. The only coin that I don't have is Ondo. I wish I had Ondo. The reason I didn't buy Ondo is because in January, there's a very large token release that's going to be, I think it's going to add 20% of the token onto the market. And because of that, I was anticipating a large drop on Ondo, which can still happen. So because of that, I didn't buy anything. Stupid me. Other really large picks that I recommend is Peak, for example, okay? I told my lady to buy Peak. She's already up double on it. She's up 100% on it, buying it like under 20 cents. So Peak is a great coin to be looking at. It's already up 150% in 11 days. So do your research and check out what that coin is. Another really good coin to take a look at is Aether, that focuses on cloud GPU computing power. So this coin is already up about a total up 90% in 1 month only, and it's slowly making waves in the market. So there's still tons of potential to get into the market. Of course, there's some coins that are going to be very overly extended. For example, on Polkadot, right? Like you might not want to be buying Polkadot on an all-time high this year, which is around $11.90. There's also some other coins though that have been trending above that or near that resistance for a while now. For example, you take a look at Superverse. It hits the high from earlier this year. It makes a correction down on the dip, and those would be some phenomenal times to get into it. For example, a strong coin that I'm going to be accumulating more very soon is going to be Solana, because Solana is most likely going to follow a very similar pattern to coins like Superverse, where it gets to the all-time high, it does a correction to the downside, eventually it's going to break the all-time high. So I believe that $202, $210 Solana range is a really good buy. Another really good buy that I'll be adding to my position is going to be Ethereum. Ethereum is lagging behind. I believe there's still tons of potential for Ethereum. And I think that because the Bitcoin dominance is dropping, a lot of capital is going to be injected into Ethereum very soon. This flow of capital usually goes from Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin dominance drops, goes to Ethereum, and then it goes to altcoins. And if you notice that there's a massive pattern that's forming for Ethereum, and it's very likely to create a new all-time high. I predict that Ethereum will get to between $10,000 to $15,000 before the bull market ends. So I'll be adding a significant amount of Ethereum to my portfolio. Right now, I'm 35% heavy into Bitcoin and 15% heavy into Ethereum. That 35% is going to drop to 20% very soon, and I'll be shifting that 15% that I sell into Ethereum. So 15% of my portfolio right now would be over 7 figures now, actually. So I'll be putting in over $1 million into Ethereum very soon, on top of a $500,000 swing position on Binance as well. So I'm gonna end the video right here, guys. I apologize that I don't have time to take a look at your coin requests. And to be quite honest, I also don't give a shit about the coins that you guys are interested in. I'm not trying to be rude, man, but you guys know me. I'm just very honest and direct, right? I don't have time to be taking a look at coins. So have yourselves a good day. I wanted to update you guys to give you a very good update on how you can position yourself. And the truth is, man, get into that position, do technical analysis on the coins, maybe avoid buying at all-time highs, wait for a dip, create these alerts, and focus on these utility tokens that have a tremendous amount of potential to rise to the upside. Not only that, I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys in my 60% off sale that ends today, guys. It's going to end in 8 hours. So click on the link below, pick up my course, pick up the advanced volatility scanner. If you're not happy with it, I'll just give you a refund. But nobody has ever asked for a refund before because the quality of my content is just so damn good. So have yourselves a great day, everybody. Just show me a little bit of love by clicking that like button, and make sure your notifications are on because I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. Have